Ladies and fictional men, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Kit. Today's video is one I'm very excited about, and that is because I'm discussing Holly Jackson. And if you know me, you know I love Holly Jackson. I have all of her books and I'm just obsessed with her, which means I'm super duper excited for the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, which is being produced by BBC Three. It's going to be coming out soon and I'm so excited. Anyway, oh, the demonic me is gone. Oh. In today's video I am going to be discussing / telling you how you should read / in what order you should read Holly Jackson's books. How you should read the Holly Jackson cinematic universe, even though only one of them is being adapted. So, in total, Holly Jackson has 6 books, which are Good Girls Guide to Murder, Good Girl Bad Blood, As Good as Dead, which are all part of the Good Girls Guide to Murder trilogy. There is also Killjoy, which is a prequel, but I wouldn't say you need to read that to read the trilogy. I actually read it afterwards, but I think that's because, I could be wrong, but I don't think it was out yet. And then there's also 5 Survived by Holly Jackson and the reappearance of Rachel Price. But first things first, I'm going to be telling you what all the books are about. Starting with Good Girls Guide to Murder, which is the first book in the trilogy of the same name. So this trilogy follows Pippa Fitzmaurice, who has to pick something to discuss for her final major project. And so she has chosen a case that's quite famous in her town of Little Kilton. And that case is the case of Andy Bell, who was murdered by her boyfriend Sal, and then Sal killed himself. At least that's what everyone else thinks. But Pip doesn't believe so, and so she chooses this case for her final major project, and then she solves it and realises that the police was wrong all along. I tried to describe that book without spoiling it. That's bad. That was a bad thingy. Right, now I'm just going to read the blurbs. So the next one is Good Girl Bad Blood, and this is the back. Pippa Fitzmaurice is not a detective anymore. A true crime podcast about the murder case she solved last year has gone viral. Yet Pip insists her investigating days are behind her. But she will have to go back on her word when someone close to her goes missing and the police can't do anything about it. If they won't investigate, then Pip will, uncovering more of her town's dark secrets along the way. But will she find the answers before time runs out? And then there is As Good as Dead, which is also the biggest book. Pippa Fitzmaurice is haunted by her last investigation, but soon a new case finds her, and this time it's all about Pip. She has a stalker, one who keeps asking who will look for you when you're the one that disappears. Pip soon discovers a connection between her stalker and a local serial killer, but the police refuse to act. As the dangerous game plays out, it's clear that if Pip doesn't find the answers, she's as good as dead. And then Killjoy, which is kind of a World Book Day book, is, like I said, a prequel to A Good Girls Guide to Murder, and it follows Pip as she gets invited to a 1920s themed murder mystery dinner party by one of her friends. However, Pip, because it's a game, Pip, I would say, kind of tries to use real life logic in the game. But yeah. But while she is trying to solve a fictional case, there's one case that's on her mind, and that is the case of Andy Bell. Then there's also 5 Survive. I'm just going to read the blurb because I absolutely cannot remember very well what this book is about. Okay. So this book follows Red Kenny, who is on a road trip in an RV with 5 of her friends. Her best friend, her best friend's older brother, his girlfriend, a secret crush, and a classmate. But then VRV breaks down in the middle of nowhere and they realise they are being watched. They can't leave VRV because if they do, they will get sniped. And soon the 4 wheels are shot out, which means they are stranded. And they all have secrets. And they will only be let out if the right person reveals their secret. That's a very bad description. I do recommend it. I read this in a video where my boyfriend picks what books I read. And then her most recent book, which is the book I'm currently reading, The Reappearance of Rachel Price. And because I'm currently reading it, I know exactly what it's about. So this book follows Belle Price, who is the daughter of a missing woman called Rachel Price, who went missing 16 years prior to the start of the book. She was in her car driving down a road with her baby, who's Belle. Her full name is Annabelle, but she prefers to be called Belle. But Rachel just disappears. But she doesn't disappear once, she disappears twice. And 16 years later, there's a documentary being made on the case, which is following Belle's family, but then Rachel magically disappears. But Belle doesn't trust her, and like Pip, Belle wants to find out where her mum was for the last 16 years. And now onto the order. So personally, I would just read it basically in order that the books come out, except I would start with Killjoy because it's a prequel, but it isn't necessary to read this book. You don't need to read this book to read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. You can either read it afterwards, like I did, but at the same time, I don't necessarily recommend that because there's a character in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder that, if you've read the series, you'll fall in love with. His name is Ravi. He's not in this book, obviously, because they're not friends yet. And I was expecting him to pop up, but he doesn't. So I recommend you start with Killjoy. So then you kind of get an understanding of Pip. You learn how she acts, how she thinks. And you kind of, in this book, you kind of, because it's in her point of view, you, I'm trying to remember how to word it. Her thought process on why she wants to do this case, basically. And then I would obviously read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder first, because it's the first in the trilogy. And then read the second one, which is Good Girl, Bad Blood, obviously, because it's the second. And then, obviously, because it's the third. As Good as Dead. And then that's for Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy and the prequel done. Now, this is just my personal opinion, and you can disagree. So the next 2 books are Five Survive and The Reappearance of Rachel Price. Yes, I have 2 copies of this. If you've seen that video, you already know. You can read these in any order, but I do recommend reading them in the order that they came out. No, that it's not references to her other books. I don't think Holly Jackson does that unless they are in a series. I would read Five Survive first, and then For the Reappearance of Rachel Price, but that's, again, just my opinion. They are not connected, so they don't really matter. Because, again, the only books that are connected are Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So, yeah, that's the order I personally think you should read it in. So, again, start with Killjoy, Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Good as Dead. No, I've messed up. Killjoy, Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Good Girl, Bad Blood, As Good as Dead, Five Survive, and then For the Reappearance of Rachel Price. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below questions and what videos you want me to do. Also, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and press the subscribe button and the notification bell so then you get a notification every single time I upload a brand new video. I forgot my outro, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!